Hey, what's up, YouTube? We have made it. We are here. Moby Dick, the classic, infamous drum solo. I've got my coffee, got my headphones. I've got my More Cowbell t-shirt. We are ready. It's a long one.
That's what she said.
But just quickly before we get rolling, I really appreciate the community, really, that sort of sprung up out of these reaction videos. It's a lot different to my normal audience, and it's fantastic. I'm loving it. Lots of interaction and all been positive, not too many nasty trolls out there. So yeah, it's been really good. And if you do like my ramblings and my view on music, then of course you could check me out. I've got a podcast, NZ Drummer Podcast. And all the links are in the description of this video, so you can check a bit more out there. But without wasting any more time, let's get into Led Zeppelin Moby Dick live at the Royal Albert Hall 1970. Let's go.
This is a thing featuring
I'm excited.
the newly acquired blues name. How's that? John Henry Bonham, Moby Dick.
Just real quick, I know we're here for drum solo madness, but the band sound good. Sounds like a band. It's tight. Sounds great already. Let's keep it going. Great footage. Here we go. Building now. Okay, we're starting to build into the solo, and already that's a really good lesson in drum soloing, actually, because after the big riff, the full band sound, what does he do? Right down, dynamic, right down, ready to take you on that journey and to give the solo some shape. Nowhere near as interesting for the whole band to be and then the solo is just it's just, it doesn't have any impact because there's no loud or fast without quiet and slow. Let's keep going. Great technique. Ooh. This is full jazz. This is 50s, 60s jazz solo, except it's not in a suit. And it's not in Carnegie Hall. It's at the Royal Albert Hall. So it's really interesting, just the setting, and pretty outlandish, really, for a rock band to take out, let's say 15 minutes for a drum solo. Crazy. Love it. speed up there. Shifted gears now. Crowd's going. Just hearing the crowd sort of, that repetitive motif sort of really got the crowd sound up. The crowdometer. What are you thinking? 1970, in a crowd at the Royal Albert Hall, watching this. I just can't imagine it would be. It's great trying to imagine, what would it have been like in 1970? It's very different to watching it on YouTube in 2020. Yeah, it must have just been just magical. Crossover. One-handed roll going on. Melodic toms. Great footage. Very artistic. Over the bongos. Just real quick as well, I know it's annoying to just keep stopping. I'll need to go back and rewatch the whole thing. But really noticeable for me, I always hear about John Bonham. Man, have you seen him smash those drums? Man, he was a heavy hitter. This, that. I don't see that at all. I do not see it. He's hitting the drums at a completely appropriate volume. Again, no different to a jazz player of the day. And that's another myth, that jazz players played really soft, and they didn't at all. So yeah, this is really interesting. A lot of textured playing here and really nice technique and amazing dynamics, of course. But yeah, he's not bashing the drums. He's just playing them very normally, and it's great. Getting an awesome sound out of the drums. Left foot's chugging away the whole time. Ooh, that's a nice one. From the Bonham triplet into that one-handed. Check out that. Engine plan here. This reminds me of the Jimi Hendrix thing, where you get a lot of guitarists who will learn a Jimi Hendrix song and then say, hey, that wasn't so hard. And maybe even think that they've surpassed Jimi Hendrix because they can play more technically difficult stuff. Difference is he made it up. And same thing here. So a lot of these tricks are, sorry, I shouldn't say tricks. A lot of these licks are part of the drumming vocab now, the Bonham triplets, the left-right kick, which you can get flowing really quickly. And Bonham, he wouldn't have invented that by any stretch, but a lot of these things, it's easy to look at it now and think it's part of everyday drumming vocab, but again, what were people thinking in 1970? And a lot of the crowd wouldn't have paid any attention at all to what was going on in the jazz world, so they're seeing a lot of this for the first time, and spectacular. I thought something fell over, but it was a tech, was it? How old was he in 1970? Whoa, nice choke. You're not allowed to play the congas as well. What are the crowd doing? I want to see some crowd reaction. 1970, are you tripping out? I don't know. Are people just going, oh my God? Or are they, it's not the kind of thing that you sort of jump around and get your groove onto. So, again, I just imagine being there. Oh, piece of history. In the zone, got the tongue out. I hit with his right foot now. Oh no, still left. What? Oh. Assuming that footage died. Fingernails? Dynamics, kids. How's he going to get back to these sticks, though? Come on! What golf clap for that? Snare tone. Drum kit tone, actually everything. That is it. That is the sound everybody talks about and wants. Ludwig Supraphonic. I think he played a 6.5 by 14 aluminum shell. That is the sound. It's the sound. I'm going to try and pay attention to how many mics are on this kit, because often in the recordings it was, 4 mics. And so I want to know how many he's using here. Bare sticks. Oh. Give the cameraman a medal. Nice accents. Just your rudiments, kids. Hand out of nowhere. Woo! Oh man. Great. Great. There are actually a lot more ideas in this solo than I thought there would be. That might sound really awful of me, but I wasn't expecting this many ideas. So yeah, this is so good. So good. How's he going to fill up another 5 minutes though? Let's check it out. Talking to someone? Talking to himself. Vocalizing what he's playing. One of these valleys near off. Kick mic on the outside. Individual tom mics. Yeah, back on. Back to the crossover. I'm assuming again, I keep referring to jazz, like a jazz gig, this is an open solo, right? So he's somehow just going to give a signal to the bandmates to come back in. Going to be interesting to see. I'm assuming this, different every night and different length solo. So yeah, it's interesting. Thought that might have been the call, but it wasn't. Drama. So much drama. Come back! What? Wasn't expecting that fire. I need a cigarette and I'll lie down after that. That was iconic, legendary, amazing. Yeah, that was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It was really cool. 15 minutes, but could watch that over and over on an endless loop pretty much. And I think I'm going to do that and try and steal a few of those awesome licks. Yeah, just 1970. What were the crowd thinking in 1970? You know, we're coming out of that flower power era and Woodstock and Vietnam, gone to the moon. Such really quite a critical point in human history, really. There was a lot happening in the previous decade, and then you've got these giants just slaying it and playing a 15-minute drum solo at a rock concert. I mean, crazy. I don't know how we're going to top that, but we're going to try and do it. With that said, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment with anything more that you want to hear about or any interesting details about Moby Dick, maybe a different version that I need to also check out. Yeah, until next time, take it easy.